fellow traders. Bubba here. It's time for the lunchtime market update for Wednesday, April the 14th, 2021. I hope everybody's having a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research. Everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's try to see where we're at the market here today. So SPX is hanging in there. So it's up about 4 points here today. Over the upper Bollinger Band on the monthly chart. Weekly chart, getting in that overbought region, right? We're tracking this to see if we get any bearish divergence from the Corona crash to see if it wants to do the next big move down. Let's see where we go from there. SPX on the daily chart, again, still continuing to grind its way up as the never-ending wave continues, right? So we got this 1, 2, right? And we're working on wave 3, and this might be wave 5 of 3. So we're going to see how that ends up closing here today. We're in an interesting area. Powell's talking right now. Market's really choppy. We're getting some sharp moves, but choppy. And Yellen's talking this afternoon, so let's see if we give us any action here going into the rest of the day and into tomorrow. So we did have some fun today. SPY again, still low volume here, as it looks like traders are on spring break or something like that. So we'll see how that must be nice. So we'll see how that goes. S&P futures here, just again, like we said, still kind of chopping around. We've gone from red to green to red. So just you can see we're kind of doing like a bit of a megaphone type move right here. So let's see how that goes going into the rest of the day today. Again, kind of stuck between two zones, a couple tags of fresh all-time highs, and that was about it. So let's see where we go from here after this this conversation. So that being said, cool stuff here. Let's take a look at the MES again. We're pulling back again. Keep an eye on your geometric levels. Here's one to kind of keep an eye on here going into the afternoon to see if we lose this. If we lose this, then we could test yesterday's levels, right? And then we'll see where we go from there. So cool stuff. That's looks like a good one. Let's take a look at the Qs. See how they're looking here this afternoon. So again, Q is not so good, right? So we're seeing some weakness in tech here today. So let's continue to keep an eye on this and see how they hold yesterday's levels. We pointed this out, a rising wedge here this morning in the bubble report, right? We talked about if it breaks down, we could test this congestion zone right here, this 3880. So we called this in the bubble report this morning. So really nice stuff there. IWM, this is kind of doing its own thing right here. This was looking rising wedges, but it broke out of the geometric line to the upside, and that was looking pretty good right there. So good stuff there. XLF. Let's say with the banks here today. Again, big bounce here. Goldman Sachs had big. JP Morgan had a good move. It was kind of down. Goldman Sachs had a good move. It's kind of up, right? So we've got that going on here today. So that could be pretty interesting. So we'll see how that goes into the rest of the afternoon. If it decides to pull back, we may see some more pullbacks coming into the market. So good stuff there. Other than that, let's take a look and see what else we have on the radar here today. So we've got, of course, we've got Apple. So Apple, a nice down move right here. Paul in the Elliott Wave Group called this as a short idea. In the live stream this morning, I called Tesla as a short idea, and it's actually looking kind of interesting here, coming off of the 382. All right, so one of the big things that we liked about Tesla here today was the breakdown below the 15-hour below. We got a nice little 382 retrace here off of today's highs. I'm not sure if I've got I'll show you. Let's go pre-market right here. So basically right off of the pre-market down move right here. So we're right at the 382, guys. So that is a potential for a momentum move to the downside. We'll see if it turns into a harmonic. Might go an 886 pullback. If it does, and we might see a bullish move into tomorrow on Tesla. So let's keep an eye on that one here too. So good stuff. So Tesla's good one we pointed out this morning. Another one we pointed out this morning was Boeing at the open. It had some pretty good relative strength here today. If you go to the 5-minute chart, this is where we look to get in on, is on this little wait till this thing sorts itself out here. So this little pullback here this morning gave us a nice move on Boeing for a pop. So a nice little pushback right here, and then a good move to the upside there on Boeing. NEO was a short idea that we had here this morning too. So NEO was a great breakdown here off of the open. We pointed that out to the group. And we also pointed out Facebook as a short opportunity. A lot of these were just breaking down this morning and gave us some good downside moves. Facebook was a beautiful move down, right, forming the 15-hour low, and then it worked its way down lower after that. So nice stuff there, guys. Great stuff from the live stream this morning. So good stuff. We got a few chart requests out there. So we've got DKNG, of course, on the radar here. They had some pretty good news this morning, basically talking about collaborating, like for the PGA Tour or something like that. Anyway, so right at the ADMA there on DKNG. Zoom. So Zumba, again, kind of pulling back after a good, strong day yesterday, so not really turning into a pause day for us here today. So let's see how that goes. Speaking of stay-at-home names, Piton, another one that was pretty weak here today, some lawsuit stuff. We pointed this out with some relative weakness at the open. It's a little bit tricky trading on that one. NVIDIA, again, was hoping for a little bit of a better pause day today, but it's kind of turned red, so we prefer a green candle for a pause day. So we'll see how that goes. But it still could get going, again, back up to all-time highs. I think it tagged fresh ones here today. Roblox, a little bit of a pullback here with an inside day. Riot, guys, we're seeing a couple couple of these names pulling back here. We think that they're pulling money out of some of these Bitcoin names for when the coin IPO goes on later this afternoon. PLTR, let's take a look at that one. Again, rejection of the 50-day moving average there. And last one, coin. This one is not ready yet, but they're pricing this one at about like the 360 level. So let's see how that goes here today. Let's see what kind of IPO action we get on coin today. So anyway, good stuff, guys. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the market wrap. And until then, stay healthy out there. And remember, risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game.